Hello, I'm Aaron Beeman, Global Lead for Retail and E-Commerce at AMD, and I'm here at NRF 2025 here at Javits Center in New York City. I'm joined today by Tyler Osborne, Senior Account Executive at Convergent Technologies Group. Tyler, thank you for joining me to have this quick sync up, but maybe tell me, what are some of the great trends that you're seeing here at NRF?
Yeah, it's been an awesome one this year. Come the last 5 years or so, and to see the progression of a lot of the things 5 or so, even 10 years back, in the AI space, in the distributed enterprise space, thing to make retailers' lives better, from the distribution centers to the stores that were there in theory, and a lot of new ideas were being put out there that people saw value in. And there were select spots where they may have worked really well. But we've kind of hit that critical mass now, I feel like, where some of those have gone through the ringer. They've been tested, they've been refined, and we've hit the point where they're solving real challenges, and then the underlying ecosystem infrastructure has been put around them to be able to support that in a streamlined fashion and actually make, and not just the big boxes, the big box retailers, I think we're ahead on some of these things, but we hit the point where, the applications, the infrastructure, the ecosystem has been fine-tuned, and it's been commercialized, for lack of a better word, enough that retailers of all sorts and sizes and specialties can take advantage of them now, which is really cool to see.
That's great. That's great. We're thrilled to be working with CTG. We've already had some excellent wins together, which I'm thrilled about. I know you are too.
I am. Very
But maybe talk a little bit about the features and benefits that you're seeing from AMD as a platform and how it's enabling your business.
Yeah, it's been really cool to work with AMD through this and see the reception from the retailers we've been working with and everything y'all have done to very much design some of these systems that you're putting your chips into to fit the retail use cases, the workloads they need to run, and the form factors they need to run. And what's really cool about them is there's something for the very small square footage store that needs to run a couple of systems. It's a small EPYC line. It can fit into a very affordable box. It maybe doesn't need to have extensive amount of resources. But for some of those folks that even want to move into the distribution center, their larger stores, or they're trying to implement a wider array of AI solutions, use cases, applications, or they want a little flexibility to expand that broad range on the EPYC line, that you can start in that 8-core space, get way up there than some of the OEM relationships you guys have, where they come ready to go out of the box, able to support up to hundreds of terabytes in some of these newer ones, down to that like 3 terabyte. But there's not the additional complexity and undue burden of having to tinker with 1,000 other things. It's make a slight change in chip size, make a slight change in drives or specs on the RAM. So it makes it really easy for retailers that might have different forms. Some of these retailers have multiple stores under their brand, so they might need to go with something for one branch, and then they have another logo that needs something different, or they're solving a different challenge at another. So to have something in the portfolio that fits all these use cases really well has been fantastic.
Great. Thanks, Tyler. Great seeing you.